Hello guys, welcome to this YouTube channel. First, I will introduce myself. My name is Hevi Purba. I am from Environmental Engineering Study Program at Jambi University. As my English assignment, I will explain about skimming and scanning along with examples. Skimming and scanning is one of the quick reading techniques that can help us to answer the question related to a text or discourse. We can use skimming to find the main ideas, themes, or the core of a discourse or text, while scanning we use to answer certain questions or find certain information contained in a discourse. So, do not get confused. I will give an example of skimming. This is the example. Okay, before that, let's read the problem first, so we know whether what we are using is skimming or scanning. Next, the question of number 1, the topic of the text is, this text begins with a sentence stating that the government has announced about eating healthy food program for the community. As for the most sentence, this paragraph explores comment from people who are, with other words, are the reaction of the people to the new government policy. Then it can be concluded the most appropriate answer the question is people reaction to suggestion on healthy eating habits. Okay, next to number 2. What does the restaurant manager think of the report? Referring to the question raised, our focus will go directly to restaurant manager because restaurant manager is a keyword in this question. So we use scanning. If examined properly, it can be concluded the restaurant manager does not support government policies which he thinks are changing and tend to be inconsistent. Then it can be concluded that the most appropriate answer to the question are B. The government advice is inconsistent. Next to the example. This is a text consisting of several paragraphs. Before that, let's read the problem first, so we know whether what are using is skimming or scanning. So, let us read the question. The best title for the passage would be. So, from the question, we know what should we do, and we know what should we use. So, determine the title of the text. We use skimming, and the first step, read the first sentence of each paragraph. Why do you have to read the first sentence in each paragraph? Because the first sentence is the topic of the paragraph, tells about what paragraph will be discussed. And for example, the first sentence in this paragraph is, throughout history, people have been the victims of the pickpockets. The rest of the sentence doesn't need to be read again. Okay? Doesn't need to be read again. Immediately, proceed the first sentence in the second paragraph. Okay? The first sentence in the second paragraph is, during the 18th century, pickpockets were hanged in England. The next sentence does not need to be read again. Okay? Enter the third paragraph as well. Just read the first sentence. And and the next, read the first sentence. Read the first and last paragraph. After that, let's look at the answer in the choice. Okay, let's look at the the answer in the choice. In determining a title, choose the most general and capable answer. Describe the reading in general. Then the title is the most representative. The reading is C. C. Pickpockets, because the other answers are specific. The next question. Number 4. The hanging of pickpockets were not continuous because... Okay, this is a question that we can answer by scanning. The keyword of this question is hanging. Referring to the existing reading, we know that hanging a pickpocket is not a wish punishment, because when people gather to see the pickpockets being punished, then another pickpocket will be free to pickpocket in the crowd. That matter make the implementation of the death penalty felt ineffective. Okay, so the answer is D. It was not effective to stop pickpocketing. That's a brief explanation from me about skimming and scanning. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.